This is real life, not Wall Street, but Main Street. A real show on what's really involved with starting and running a business with all the ups and downs. Our guests will answer your questions and provide you with valuable information. Stay tuned and join in the conversation.
When the earth was created.
Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with us. Remember, look us up on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business. We're here with Chaim Shapiro, who is a LinkedIn expert who's helping us out, and our commercial corner man, Todd. And Chaim, you there?
I'm here, thank you.
Good. A couple more things on LinkedIn. How often do you think people should post things or update their status? I know, it goes from like I see people do it like once every year to I have some people who do it like it feels like 10 times a day, right, nonstop.
So I think there are a couple of things also to separate out here. I think whatever you're going to be posting is status updates on LinkedIn need to be on your brand to start. So there has to be a specific reason why you're posting it. And one of the tricks that I actually teach people is if you're a member of LinkedIn groups and you post a link in your status update, you're then able to cross-post that status update to your groups without having to do one each individually. So that's a little LinkedIn tip that a lot of people don't know. But I think it needs to be on brand. And again, I don't think you want to post too much, because if you post too much, people start to ignore it. You also don't want to post too little. Usually, status updates, you can view somebody's status updates on their account by clicking the little blue check-down box next to their name, and that stays up there for 2 weeks. I like to see several things up there within the 2 weeks when you can. So I'd rather you have maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, but solid content, not things that are just irrelevant, and make sure that it promotes your brand and promotes you in the way that you really want it to.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up in terms of what you should post. And again, I must confess, I sometimes go off on a tangent, but it seems to me that we should post things that are relevant to other people, not just had Chinese food and like the egg foo young or whatever you ate. But
right. Unless you're a restaurant critic, right?
That's true. Something, yeah. Believe me, I'm not.
My brother actually owns a Chinese restaurant, so anyway.
Yeah, but something. In other words, you give people something. Don't ask for something. Don't say, "Oh, I'm a car salesman. Will you buy a car from me?" You have to give someone something. I always believe in sales that the best way to make a sale is not ask for something, but give something to someone.
Right.
And
I think you have to have a value content. You have to add value to whatever you're saying. Occasionally after you've built your reputation, you could add a couple of things about receiving an award. I definitely posted that I was going to be on your show so people could see that. I think fundamentally what you need to do is provide content that people are interested in seeing, is helpful to them. And one important component that people forget is to have a call to action together with that. So if I just say, for example, that I'm a LinkedIn consultant, that I don't give you an opportunity to engage me on that or to hire me or something like that, a specific call to action, chances of the person coming back to me are very, very slim. So I think your status updates need to be on brand, they need to provide content, and whenever possible should have a call to action that people can follow up with before they leave your account, because once they click off of your account, chances are they're not coming back to it.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Makes sense. What's the LinkedIn? I have the free version, but I know there's like an upgraded version. I don't exactly know what it's called, but there's a
premium version.
Yeah. What's the difference, and is it worth it?
This is a great question. It's a question I get all the time. Now, if you're a recruiter, for example, I would say it's worth getting the premium account because the things you can do with it in terms of research and contacting people, it adds that extra value. Generally, for standard users, I do not think it's worthwhile to get the premium account. Basically, you're able to see 90 days worth of connections, people that reviewed your profile. There's a little bit of value to that, but it generally defaults to the last 5 that viewed your profile. And for most people, they're not getting 15, 20 a day, so if they check that a couple times a day, they're really not going to miss anything. It gets some additions when it comes to the ability to have an increased search, that instead of getting 100 results, you can get 300 results if you're doing an advanced search. But again, if you change the search term slightly, you can keep producing that 100 over and over again, and you don't need to get to that 300 to get the information that you're really looking for. The other thing that it provides is you get a certain number of in-mails every month, which is an email that you can send to any LinkedIn user. And generally, if you're not a premium account, those are $10 each. So you do have that benefit where you can send that in-mail. But again, I don't think in-mails are that valuable particularly because pretty much anybody you want to contact, I think you'll be able to find their email address, and you don't need to reach out to them via LinkedIn. I don't think people are impressed anymore by the fact, he sent me an email. That means, somebody who's really engaged in LinkedIn. That might have been the case 6, 7, 8 years ago, but at this point, it just looks like more spam. So I don't think it really has the value for that. The one positive thing it does have is all the premium members have the ability to reach out to any other premium member at any time. So it's called an open network, basically. Where they have the ability to open and send the communication to anybody. Generally, you can only send communications to people your first-degree connection. So there is some value in that, but I don't think it's worth paying the money for it.
Not a big deal. Okay, what's a sponsored in-mail?
A sponsored email?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming what that means is that the sponsored email was an email that was sent by a company targeted specifically for you based on what you've done in the activity on your profile.
Gotcha.
That's my guess.
Gotcha. Okay, so what other, we have another 2-3 minutes. What else can you tell people about LinkedIn, what they should use it for? And then I want them, if you can give out your contact information. Sure. You do private work if a guy's looking for a job or just wants to improve his sales?
Absolutely. I work with individuals quite frequently on enhancing their LinkedIn profiles. I work generating sales leads for professionals. I actually do the speaking tour, so I'm happy. Actually, you know what? I'd be glad to come to South Florida in December or January. I could actually probably work out a very good rate for that coming from New York. So to get it out of the cold, but I definitely do LinkedIn presentations, mostly at colleges and universities, but also professional associations and things like that. So I do a lot of that. Now, one idea that I wanted to get across is the idea of utilizing social media together and as a strategy that's more comprehensive than just using LinkedIn. Because to me, LinkedIn is a great identification tool. You can really find people that can do a lot for you on LinkedIn. It's not the best of engagement tools because when you reach out to somebody, and like we were saying before, and you're asking for something, people are automatically hesitant. One of the reasons the email doesn't work particularly well. So my philosophy really is, do you want to identify your contacts or your targets on LinkedIn? Then the better place to engage them is actually on Twitter if they're on Twitter. Because Twitter, for example, I can wait till my target posts something about how he's a big fan of The Princess Bride like I am, for example. And then I can use that as an opportunity to engage him or her about The Princess Bride without asking.
Let me back up. You mean the movie The Princess Bride?
Movie, I'm sorry. The movie The Princess Bride. But I can ask him about something or comment about the movie The Princess Bride. Establish that relationship before I want to take that relationship to the final step, which is, can we meet for coffee or either in person over FaceTime?
By the way, on my computer at different things, I still have "My name is Amigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die" from The Princess Bride.
I want you. That is my absolute favorite movie. I used to tell people it was inconceivable that they didn't use Twitter that way, but that joke went by the wayside a couple years ago.
Yeah. No, that's a great movie. Andre the Giant was on it. A lot of great people.
So good.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, that is a great movie. In any event, but the point is, whatever the thing is, again, it could be sports related. It could be related to the fact that they posted about going to a particular restaurant. Whatever it is, it gives you your opportunity. You can wait and follow somebody on Twitter, wait for that engagement opportunity, then engage them, develop the relationship without really asking for anything, and then utilize that to bring the relationship to or monetize it or bring it to the next level.
Gotcha. My only negative thing, which I have to bring out about social media, and I use it, I don't want to say a lot, but I use it, is I find today that a lot of salespeople who are doing marketing get lazy and hide behind it. Instead of calling people or going out and meeting people and, engaging them, they're tweeting and they're Facebooking and they're LinkedIning, which is good, but I think you got to talk to somebody and you got to meet them and, just get to know them a little bit. And it seems we're just all hiding. And I guess it's an evolution to some degree behind social media. By the way, including me in my social life and private life, instead of calling a friend, you text them or you put something on Facebook or whatever. And people, I think, make that mistake in sales a lot.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, actually, I heard from a recruiter named Steve Levy, wonderful person. He always says, just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
The fact that you have social media might allow you to engage a broader audience, to promote yourself to a wider audience when you actually need something, especially after you've established that relationship. Time to pick up the phone. I say meet for coffee if you can. FaceTime. I prefer in face or in person. So I think that's the best strategy. But yeah, it doesn't replace that. It just gives you the opportunity to reach out to new people that you never would have been able to consider before, and it gives you the opportunity really to engage people you never would have been able to engage before. But the final sale all have to come face to face, I believe.
I agree. Chaim, what's your phone number? And I appreciate you. Or how do people contact you?
So best way to get a hold of me, I actually, my phone number is 516-242-0639, and I just created a new a new Gmail account, ShapiroLinkedIn@gmail.com, because Chaim Shapiro is very hard to remember. ShapiroLinkedIn@gmail.com.
Chaim, you're the man. I really appreciate you taking your time out of the busy schedule. I think LinkedIn is a tremendous tool. And again, I look forward to seeing your beautiful pictures of your family on Facebook. So,
well, thank you so much. My daughter always asks me if I talked about her whenever I do an interview. So she'll see it when I get the. She'll, okay, you're fine. You're me in the house tonight, I think.
I don't know your daughter. I don't even know her name, but I can tell you that she always has a smile on her face. So
thank you.
She seems like a real precious gem, and
she really is to us. And I really appreciate the opportunity, and thank you so much.
Take care, buddy.